Okay, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Ashley with Music After Dark HTX in a new location. Oh, mother,
Oh,
speak
mothers.
easy, right? I have so many questions. I have so many questions that we can't even probably talk about on camera. Love, love, love that we can travel and be new places. So let me do some of my sponsorship shout outs. Thank you to Lucid Scream Studios and dealing with my shenanigans and helping me with merch and the podcast grow. Shout out to Big Al and dealing with my shenanigans on Mondays and helping the podcast grow. Lupe Productions for making us all sound so good and dealing with my shenanigans. Kind of a hot mess. But I'm a hot mess that likes tacos and is covered in glitter. So it's fun. So let's do fun introductions. Positions, names, and positions in the band. Right? Because you guys are you're a three-piece, which is actually very cool. So we'll start with you. Name and what you do in the band.
I'm Alan, and I play drums in the band. Pretty much all.
Are you in like 3 other bands?
Yeah, probably more than that.
Fucking drummers. We'll get back to you. Next to you is Mr.
I'm Oray. I'm the guitarist and vocalist. We switch around, play bass too.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Plays drums too.
Can you really? Okay. See, so many questions. And the handsome young man on the end tonight is?
I'm Lynn. I'm the bassist and the guitarist.
Okay, I love it. And the name of the band is? Oray Band. Wonder who the band's named after. Okay, where did the name for the band come from? Because I usually ask that. I know, everybody's like, we know.
That's a good question.
My guest might not know where the the name came from. So
A person who influenced me to play music, the very first person that inspired me to actually pick my guitar up and start playing, his last name was Oray. Spelled different, was a French name.
dude, that's very cool.
Yeah.
So it's not you. It's actually named. It's not an ego thing where you're like, I'm going to name the band after myself.
Right.
Smile.
Right.
It's okay for you to smile and be like, no, it's not.
That's all right. So for the record, no, my name is not Oray.
Dude, I love it. Okay. How long have you guys been together? Because I think we should talk about that.
We put our first set list together on May 8th of last year. So almost a year we started putting a set list together. June 22nd of last year will be our 1-year anniversary from when we started gigging.
It's pretty awesome. So you're like technically a baby band, right? Still.
Yeah, we're in diapers.
Okay. A baby band. A baby band that is doing some things, right? Let's talk about some of your upcoming things, mister. You guys are doing some shit. Really?
A lot of shit booked. A lot of
Y'all
shows.
have so much stuff going on.
The next 2 months are booked up. Got a few tour runs starting tomorrow, 4 dates. A little Texas run. Following month, we're hitting LA again. Got a Whiskey A Go-Go show opening for Rehab. It'll be our second time there. Just steadily grinding, playing a lot of shows, trying to take care of our EP album.
I love how they're like,
it.
oh, we're just playing at Whiskey A Go-Go. No big deal. Like, oh, we'll just be in California again. No big deal. Okay. So most bands like aspire to do that.
Right.
You guys have been together for a year, and you're playing there again.
Yeah.
So is networking a big thing?
Networking is everything.
Because we're not even talking about the Pasadena Strawberry Festival, right? Are you guys playing there on the 15th, right?
15th, Bud Light stage.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's
it's
a
gonna be
big.
fun.
That's a big deal, dude. It's a big deal, Cheyenne. Yes, seriously, it's a big deal to be playing there.
Definitely like a goal for us. Be on more fest. Play more fest.
I mean, seriously, you're doing You host an open mic night or something too, right?
Yeah. Every Monday night here.
Here.
Yes, ma'am.
Love that. He called me ma'am.
It's a Texas thing, I guess.
So the end goal is to be an all original sets, national touring band. I'm allowed to release information today. So on September 13th, along with Doug Prescott, Westcott, what was it, Prescott?
Doug Westcott.
We will both be opening for the Trapped band at Wildcatter Saloon in Katy, Texas.
That's a big deal. Okay, this is what I mean. Like, I love how, like, Joe Cool you are right now. Like, playing in Pasadena at the Strawberry Festival is a big deal. Playing at Whiskey A Go-Go is a big deal. You're doing a bunch of big shit. Okay, so advice to newcomers. Let's do that since you're being so humble. Since you're being so fucking humble, do you just hit people up on Facebook? Are you networking, like going out to shows and meeting people and like, hey, this is... So how are you able to, only being a band for a year, able to land some of the venues and do some of the things that you are currently doing?
It is a full-time job.
Don't gatekeep. Come on.
It is
Don't
a
gatekeep.
full-time job. So
Don't
it's
gatekeep.
networking.
Help some of these bands.
Networking 24/7. Number
All the
one,
time.
the only way that I can do it is I don't mess around with the drugs and alcohol. I mean, that's my big story right there. I did it for years, was not successful. When I got my stuff together, I can make it work now. I'm dependable. When you do that, you got to have a product to sell. You got to have something to give somebody. You know, you got to have a product to. It's what it's all about.
Okay, so you're in a band, right? Obviously. It's a business, right? Do you think maybe
Most
that's some of the problem is like kids or younger
Absolutely.
people are getting into it and they're like, we love fucking music.
Yeah.
We don't care if you can't read our string cheese fucking logo.
Yeah.
That's what I call it because I can't fucking read it. I can't fucking market you and tag you if I can't read your fucking logo. I get it. I'm old. I'm in my 40s. I get it. I can't read that shit.
Yeah.
I fucking can't. And I have interviewed bands that don't care. They don't give two shits.
Yeah.
They're like, we just do it for the love of the music, which
Yeah.
I love that. But everybody also has day jobs. Most of us have families and kids and that. So it should be a business.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Right?
where a lot of new like
And
coming
it's not
up
like selling
bands-
out, right? But it's,
Right.
does
Yeah.
social media help or hurt? Is it oversaturated?
Both. Yeah, it could go anyway.
And
But
there's no right or wrong answers for any of these questions, by the way. I'm just curious.
yeah, I don't know. We use pretty much everything to promote anything we can. All social, website,
On all of the
Literally.
things. Merch.
merch.
You guys
We got
have
merch. Try to keep up with merch.
Lynn has been doing this for a long time, before social media was involved. I mean, what's your take on today's business aspect of music?
Yeah, because
Well,
you're being way too quiet down there, mister.
I think that your approach, Oray's approach to networking, is what's being successful for this band. He gets out, he sees all the other local talent, the national talent too. It's the networking he does. That's it. We didn't have that before. You just had to get out there and play. When I started playing, nobody was playing. Now, everybody plays. There's a real renaissance after the pandemic of players. There are so many players now.
That being said, we lost some venues too after the pandemic, right?
Yep.
Okay, I literally started this podcast because I saw the decline of people going to shows while I was slinging candles in the corner of Scout Bar. You know what I mean? In winters, like I literally saw I've seen some cool ass fucking bands.
Oh yeah.
And there's 6, 7, 8, 20 people. You know what I mean? In the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
One of the things I kind of joke about now is the headlining position really the best fucking position because we're all older. Are people staying for that spot?
To be honest, me personally, I'm not too fond of being a headlining band because I like to have that good time slot where we got like a good little crowd in the venue.
It's
But
the
it is
2
cool.
and
It's
3
fun to
spot that's
headline.
the best spot. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the time slot matters, man.
It does. You look very young. Where do y'all live? I'm actually curious. They
Seabrook.
all live down here?
Yep. Yeah, we're in the hood.
So do you guys travel to like 19th hole and BFE to shows? Because
Yes.
that's the other question that I've been asking, right? Like, we don't have a 6th Street. We don't have a Riverwalk, right? We have 19th Hole, BFE, White Swan,
White Swan.
White Swan, Scout Bar, besides, like White Oak. And I will never call Rise. What other? It's Rise. Okay,
Yeah,
it is
Rooftop.
not Warehouse Live downtown. It will always forever be Rise to me.
Feel
Do you
that.
do you think that's the problem and why people don't go to a bunch of shows? Because it's Houston's an hour away from Houston.
Possibly, yeah. Distance can be a thing with venues too. What do you think?
He's like pass. He's like I have no. He's like passing. No,
I got nothing.
nothing. Y'all really you don't have any opinion on it at all.
I think distance matters, but I think if you're like fully involved into the music scene and you're all about local support, you're gonna make that distance
Make the
happen.
drive.
Yeah, the real diehards do that, and it shows.
And some of them even have band logos tattooed on their body.
Yeah, I got my first band tattooed.
Did you?
God hand. Yeah.
Okay, seriously, Don Tio, I think we need to have a biggest fan category this year at the SLMs for people that are literally getting things tattooed on their bodies. Like, kind of serious.
Yeah.
Okay, so where does the inspiration from y'all's music come from? Who's writing it? Is it you? Like, are you?
Yeah.
Is it all of you, and then you're coming to them?
That's exactly right.
Yep.
Yep, I have the music inspired by my life events. Just try to tell my story, turn it into a movie. Use a lot of double meaning in my songs. You don't know if I'm talking about a drug or a woman, because they've done the same thing to me. I mean, it's pretty neat. It's pretty interesting when people actually get it. So no, I've had a crazy life. I really have. I've done a lot of stupid shit. I got a lot of stupid stories to tell, and I tell them in the form of a song.
Okay. So I think we can all probably agree, like, music's healing and powerful, right? Are we all on that about
Yeah,
the same
for sure.
page? So are we really not going to share our secrets on how we're getting out of Houston? How do bands get out of Houston?
You got a network.
Yep.
Is
It's
that
not-
really? Is that it? You just
Yeah, you just network, find connections.
we'll walk up to everybody
Well, you
in the
can't
bar
ha-
and be like, "Hey, I'm so."
You can't have a day job. You got to be a full-time musician. That's what enables us to get out. I mean, most of the people most of our associates that come out to our jam, they don't have that freedom. They can't get
No,
out
most
town.
people usually have a day job or a wife or a girlfriend,
Or both.
kid or two, right? And I always like the bigger the band, the more schedules you have to deal with, right? You guys have 3, 4,
Yeah.
5. Can you imagine all the working parts?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? None of you guys have day jobs and you can just commit to
Yeah,
this?
this is
Yep.
how we pay our bills.
Okay, y'all pulled the
Yeah,
we-
trigger. You were like, we're gonna fucking just make it fucking work.
Yeah. We try our best.
That's scary. That's scary. Yeah, what do you guys, let's talk about that.
Oh wait, what's that?
Which
couldn't
tour? I can't hear shit. Yeah.
Oh, this past little run that we
Yeah.
Oh, the Spring Break 2025 tour.
He's got a name for it. And see, this is cheating because you're like friends.
She know.
Yeah, there's somebody off
So-
camera that's friends with a bandmate.
So we did
What? Maybe. Because she's friends. Her and Billy are friends with him. So I feel like it's cheating.
Yeah, shout out to Rowdy.
Seriously.
Always, yeah,
it's
big
cheating.
shout out to
It's
Rowdy.
So cheating.
So,
She's like, bitch, no, do not give me a fucking microphone.
so it was 10 shows in 14 days
Okay.
across 5 states.
It was pretty hectic, to say the least.
Okay, and you can't tell me you did all of that just by networking in bars here in Houston.
No, I got on the phone.
So that's what I mean. Like, what advice to fucking newcomers, and don't gatekeep. Because a lot of bands can't. A lot of bands they can't go do honestly what you guys are doing without some massive fucking cashing in like it's like time off. You know what I mean? Like
Alex Lozano said it on his audio impact show. He called me a hustler. And that's exactly what it is. You can't stop, man. You just knock on that door until somebody opens it. They're either going to slam it in their face or you're going to go on to the next one. You got to convince people what you have to offer. Why should they use you, right? Yeah. And then, of course, like anything else in this world, 90% of this, man, you got to have the money. You got to have the funding.
It's the biggest part, honestly.
It costs a lot of money.
Nothing's possible.
Okay, and everybody's broke as shit. So let's.
Oh, we're still broke.
Everybody's broke as shit. Like I love.
Pay your dues.
I always bring up merch on the podcast, right? Because obviously bands are not making money off of fucking ticket sales at local venues, and that is not a fucking jab at any fucking. You know what I mean? Like I love our local, but. I'm always like, wait, how are you guys getting fucking paid? Like, what, 1 million clicks or some shit? It's usually merch is what...
Yeah.
It's been merch.
There's
yeah,
all
most
kinds
of the
of
bands that we've seen, they get their money from merch.
Merch.
Like
and there's some
Rowdy,
bands that
they don't
still...
get paid to play.
You got to DIY your merch, right?
Yep.
Which is
a smart
okay.
thing
So
to
if
do.
you're watching this and you're a baby band... It is okay to have a Cricut fucking machine and a heat press, like, and just
Absolutely,
DIY
yeah, I
the
do that
fuck.
in-
Start with 3. Start with 3 shirts.
Even
and
just
then
a T-shirt, a koozie, and
something
a hat,
will help,
anything.
right?
Something will help. You gotta have something to throw.
Because this podcast literally got started of how can I get bands out of Houston and people to pay attention to them and then make money, right? Because I am not a musician.
Yeah.
I'm like 99.9% convinced the musician brain and the non-musician brain were totally fucking different. Like, y'all wake up hearing sounds and shit. Like, that's usually one of the questions. Like, do you wake up with the words and you're trying to match the music? Or do you hear the music and then you're trying to match the words?
That's you.
And there is no right or wrong answer, and there has been a mix. Some people have the words and they got to go to their band and be like, and some people literally will like shoot up out of bed and be like, I heard this sound. And I'm like,
And
what the
ideas. That's
fuck,
how that
dude?
works.
What the fuck?
I feel that.
Is that you? So which one is it? You have the words and you have to go to them?
I've got a lot of. I write the
Is it like
lyrics and the
poems
music in my
and
head.
writing, and then you go to
I
them?
usually write the music. I hear a rhythm. I hear something in my head first, and then I put words to it.
So you do. You hear the music first.
I hear the music first. I always have. The songs that I wrote lyrics for and didn't have music to, they're still in the folder. Most of them are still in the folder.
How many songs, honestly, because someone might have tattletaled on you. How many songs do you have written right now that in your little notebook?
I think 70-something.
Yeah,
70-something's finished ones.
that you're just ready to you're just waiting to make it happen. Yeah.
They're ready. They're ready. We just gotta.
Find time.
Yeah.
Find time.
That's honestly what it is.
That's it.
We have a studio. We practiced 3 times in it in 3 months. We've been in our own studio 3 times in 3 months.
Because y'all wait, because y'all are so busy,
We play
y'all are
3 to
so
5
fucking
times a
busy.
week.
Yeah, y'all are everywhere.
Yeah.
And y'all are like driving far. The place I guess you guys were at is something on the lake this
On
past.
Alaska, Texas.
That
Yeah.
thing, right? It has
Yeah,
the
that was-
Indian name, and I was like,
That was a
there is
drive.
a casino with a similar Indian name that is here in Texas. That I was like, oh, I wonder if it's by that.
And I'm just going to say, as someone who has seen them play multiple times, they are amazing. They know what they're doing, and they're definitely worth the drive and worth the watch. 100%.
And they're fucking everywhere.
They're
I'm
everywhere.
like
It's definitely
kind
worth it. 100%.
of freaking out how like you guys are everywhere. That's why I'm like, wait, how do you know that the rest of us don't know? Like, what fucking Wonka tickets did you guys get a hold of? Because,
Share your secrets.
dude, seriously, I didn't even know like promoters was a real job till I interviewed Apex Fallen. Like, I just thought we all loved each other and shared our contacts and hippity dippity. Dude, that's how dumb I was. I'm like, wait, I know somebody at Scalper. You just call. Like, when you want to, like, that's just what you do.
Networking is very
Yeah,
important.
no.
Yeah.
Networking is important. If you want to get out of Houston, right? Because
Yeah.
from what I've been told, not from you guys, because you guys are apparently doing some shit and got it figured out, people will make friends, right, with people on the bill.
All right.
And then maybe there'll be like one person from San Antonio is Scout or a person from Austin, right? So if you're making friends with them,
Right.
that's actually the cheat code, apparently, is what I've been told.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
part of
don't
it.
have to go, right? You just, if you make friends with people, they can add you to something,
Yeah,
right? The
yeah,
bill,
absolutely, yeah.
right? Like your
Yeah.
friends can add you to things.
Yeah. I guess that depends on
Right?
like promoters in the bill,
Dude, I didn't know that. That's a real fucking job in like 2024 with social media.
I feel like another thing too, like newer bands coming up that want to do stuff. I feel like most definitely like
Do
landing
people
that
gatekeep?
guarantee.
Do people gatekeep?
A lot of people gatekeep.
Is that a thing? Do people like?
People don't want other people to know knowledge. I'm not for it. Yeah, I'll show you. You can't grow
Dude,
unless
that
you know.
sucks. That
you know?
sucks. I'm sorry. That makes me sad. Stop fucking gatekeeping.
Yeah, no gatekeeping
Because nobody will
allowed.
ever name drop on who's gatekeeping, by the way. Don't be that guy. Like, don't do that.
It's
Like,
not cool to gatekeep. Support
no,
your local bands.
Seriously, don't gatekeep.
Support local music.
Don't gatekeep.
Hey, man.
Dude, I love it. Do we want to take a little break and then talk some more or play some more? You have a whole list of shout outs, I think we need.
Oh, I do.
do
I
we
do.
need to go through your list?
Yeah, let
got a
me do a
couple,
couple since you brought one.
Got a bleeper list.
Well, because people forget. So, do you want to do a 5-minute break and then do a shout outs? We got a whole list, yeah. We'll let him do his list and then we'll take a little break.
Yeah, I'll read this list.
Because
and we'll
people
take a break.
always forget shit, too.
So-
People always forget shit.
Number one, old mothers letting us use this spot tonight.
Absolutely.
That is very cool. That is very
Thank
cool.
you,
I
Alex.
would like to film here more, by the way.
Hey,
I would
every
like
Monday
this.
night we have a residency here.
Okay, well, I got a
Residence.
Yep.
So we need to do it not on a Monday. But I dig the vibe. It's very cool.
Texas Songwriters Alliance, Alex Lozano, Lone Star Community Radio. They've been putting us out there, using our name, speaking our name out there.
Oh, that
making
man
us heard.
believes in you. Let me tell you
I'll-
what.
Me and him kick it. He's
That
a
man
businessman.
believes in
He is
you.
a businessman. So we just click like that. It's all work.
So,
Jay Lamb's Rock Rage Radio. Actually, it was one of his posts that said something about the Whiskey A Go Go, and that's when I just decided to start sending an email to him.
so
and
that's really all.
that's-
You just
that's-
literally just fucking
You
emailing
see something,
people.
you jump on it. Don't save it for later. You got to do it right then and there.
Let
and when you,
me interject something. First of all, you have to have a product, and if you don't have a good product, you're not going nowhere. So,
That
thanks
is
to
facts.
Oray and some of the songs he wrote, he has a good product, and the guy can sing. So, I'll
Amen
leave it
to
at
that.
that.
Kevin Wildman, music news. I got Don Mays, 102.3 The Eagle. That spot that we talked about is playing up north. They're doing stuff with Crawfish on Sundays. They got some stuff going on with Rock the Dock. All you new bands or all you bands wanting to try to get on that side right there, find Don Mays music. Send him a message. Send him an email. It's real simple.
That place would be like the perfect little summer because they got some cabins and some
Yes.
things in the neighborhood. I like literally, if I drove up there, where could I stay? You could totally do some things up in that area. Just like,
I gotta throw Chris Harding out there, Punk Star Radio. Big shout out to them.
hey,
You know,
it's
in-
usually me talking about that fucker. I
in
love
our
it.
area,
I
in
love
our
it,
area
but
right
it's
here in
usually
League
me.
City, I mean the Scout Bar and all that. That's what we have. That's
We love
that's our
Chris and
live music
Sabrina.
venue.
We love Chris. I love it.
Soul Tone Cymbals. Got to throw it out there. Soul Tone Cymbals. Another thing we talk about is you got to have good stuff to play on. You got to have people believe in you, people backing you. If you're a band and you need endorsements, you know, when you have something, you got to partner with them. Definitely, all you people wanting to get stuff, man, just when you see stuff for endorsements, send emails, even if they're not taking applications. Send emails anyway. You'd be surprised what you can get. Sometimes it starts off as a discounted price.
And don't be scared to ask shit, right? Like,
Absolutely.
So I've had people be like, "How are you getting these bands on your podcast?" And I'm like, "I asked them." right? I'm like,
Yeah.
I just send them an email and I'm like, hey, do you want to be on the podcast?
Yeah, that's exactly
You know
what
what I mean?
Ashley's was
Like,
to me.
just-
When that's the first message I ever heard from her was said, "When do you want to be on the show?"
When do you want to be on the show? I'm a little stalkerish. Sorry, I invade some personal space. If you do not return my emails and I see you at a show, I will totally come up and harass you at a fucking show, by the way. The thing. Kind of had to stalk you for a little bit, and now here we are. So it worked out.
Works out.
It works out. I love it. We are going to take a little break, yeah? What's up, what's up, what's up? Yay, we are back. We're going to do some things. We've done your shout-outs. Can I tease you a little bit? Okay, what's with the sunglasses thing? Is it a whole, is it like a look?
Yeah, you can't see my eyes
I know, why?
because I have sunglasses on.
I know, but why? No, and
Got bright light.
Okay, I love it because some people, Cheyenne knows this, right? Okay, so when you guys do shows, is it like a whole performance? Are you just standing around?
No, I'm just sitting down, but I mean, for the most part, it's a performance.
Because
Whole
some
performance is
bands,
energy.
right, just kind of stand there. But then me and Shy know people, and I love Vanilla Sugar, right? I love her so fucking
wild.
much. I can't hear her.
By the way,
There we go.
Vanilla Sugar and a bunch of other girly bands are going to be playing when, Ashley, for your birthday. Yes, ma'am. Got to hype it up.
Stop. I don't know if we're supposed to.
Look, we got to let people know so they'll be there.
Okay, but it's not about me. It's about this band. Yes. So Scout Bar, the June Punk Star show is going to be my birthday show, and it is a all female. All the bands are female
Whoop, whoop.
fucking bands.
Whoop, whoop, girl power.
Yeah. Okay, but it's Vanilla Sugar is going to be there. That was the point. So I met her as Vanilla Sugar, right, at a show. And then I didn't see her for like 6 months. And I am literally at Scout Bar. This is the most embarrassing story I'm about to tell about myself. I am at Scout Bar for a School of Rock event, right? And I see this gorgeous woman with this gorgeous pink hair walking by me. And I have the mom that's affiliated with Garbage Girlfriend being like, hey, let me introduce you to Jessica. Right? Like said her legal name, right? Not
Right,
her.
right.
And I'm like, oh no, that's cool. Like they introduced me to, and she walks up, bro. I'm like, you know, you look exactly like fucking Vanilla Sugar. Like that's what I said. I'm literally talking to Jessica because she doesn't have all of her stage makeup, right? Like Kiss. I don't know if Kiss didn't have, would we really maybe recognize them walking
Yeah.
down the street? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know what you mean.
Right? So it was one of those. And I'm like, you look fucking exactly like. And she just starts laughing. She just starts laughing. And she was like, it's a whole stage presence thing. So let's bring up that. Is that a thing where when you guys are on stage, your personalities and such are different and it's a show than maybe you would be? Like, do you think somebody would recognize you if you're like shopping at Walmart? Wait, who's laughing? Has that happened yet? You're laughing. Do people
don't
come
get-
up to you guys at like
I don't
Walmart
get-
and HEB and you're like, oh, you're fucking part of the Oray band?
I don't get recognized as being part of the Oray band. I get recognized as being James Hetfield.
That's really cool.
Okay.
I mean, you can ask them. It happens all the time. I mean,
I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm him.
Okay, so let's talk about that. No.
You go to Guitar Center with him, and all the people that are playing
Oh, yeah.
their stuff just
you can
stop.
see them react. You know, yeah,
Yeah, like
they're
questioning
not
it and
sure and they don't know what to say. But well, him and I were eating at Chili's in Oklahoma City, and I could see the waiter over there talking about me, and you know, so yeah. So I don't get recognized as that. I get recognized as James Hetfield. So.
Damn.
Okay, so let's talk about your background in music, mister, because you've been very quiet down there. This is no offense. I would say you're older than the other members of your three-piece band.
That's a good guess.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Yeah, you
right?
could add their ages
Dude, I
up.
should get one of those jobs in like Astro World back in the day, or like guess your age or your weight or whatever the fuck it was. Like, dude, Yeah, I'm guessing you're older than the other
Did you
two
say
members.
Astroworld?
Yes.
I worked at Astroworld.
I aged myself. I
in
am not a baby.
1969.
Yeah, I am 40, so I remember when Astroworld was
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah. I worked there in 1969. And you had to be 18.
Oh, so you couldn't like just drop off all your bratty ass
No,
kids,
actually, you had to
like,
be
get the fuck out the
16.
car. I'll pick you up later, dude. Okay, so what was that like, dude? That's so many.
What, working at Astroworld?
Yeah, what was that?
That was
like?
great. Great. It was.
Were you sad when it's like
Well, no, I went. I
when it went away?
got into working music stores, so that was a better gig for me. And
Did you always know you were going to be into music? So when
no,
you
I was
were-
going to be a baseball player.
It was that no. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I usually ask this question like when
Oh,
you
yeah.
were growing up, did you want to be a? Did you already know, or do you want to be like a writer, or poet, or a fucking
No, I had
doctor?
I had
right?
no aspirations to play music whatsoever until Ed Sullivan said, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles." And when I saw that, I was like, "Oh shit, I want to do that." So, and I stopped the very next day. I quit baseball. I was done. But I'm a big fan. I'm watching the Astros right now. I can't even hardly keep my eyes off of it. So
Yeah, fun fact.
They finally
Astros
came
are-
back.
The Astros are playing right now. I'll talk
yeah.
about the Rockets the other night. I don't even like basketball, and they got me watching basketball at the bar that I currently work in, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like,
can't
what
do
is
sports.
happening right now?
Dang Rockets.
Fucking Rockets. What was your inspiration for music? Did you always know? Did you know when you were growing up, you're like, I'm going to be a fucking rock star? Or did you want to be like, a doctor, lawyer?
I did a little bit of everything. Yeah, I always wanted to be a musician, but I mean, like I said, the one who inspired me to actually get off my ass and start learning to play, his name was last name was Oray. And then it was I was addicted since then. It was music nonstop.
Do we want to talk about any of that? Are you comfortable talking about that part?
I'm
You can
fine.
totally say no.
I'm fine talking about all that.
Well, okay, because I don't think a lot of people know. Fun fact about this podcast: me and my sound person used to have a completely different podcast. During
I've been in the mix for a minute.
yeah,
for-
during COVID, we had a podcast called Let's Talk Recovery Houston.
Nice.
He worked on the male side of a recovery facility. I actually worked on the female side. Fun fact, that's what this tattoo is for all you people that are wondering. That is from, right? So there are people in our scene that are sober. Shout out to Lawler, right? There are some people. Is it hard? Is it hard?
I actually have the same question. Like, is it hard?
Because I'm
like,
curious. Because
being-
okay, if
being
if
sober
you're
in,
working a
like,
program and
bars
all
and,
that, and
like,
if you sit in a
different things, I know
barbershop
it's
long
possible
enough, you get a
because-
fucking hair, like all that shit, right? I know you got to be scared.
I know a bunch of big musicians get sober at a certain point, and their music
Alice Cooper.
changes.
Alice Cooper.
or,
We
like,
saw Alice
I
Cooper at
don't
the
know,
council.
for the better, I think. I don't know.
Fun
I
fact:
think-
we literally saw Alice Cooper tell his recovery story at the.
Well, no, you look at Eminem and
At an
like,
event.
you know, his whole journey.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just count countless of musicians that have had problems with drugs and alcohol.
It can be done. Some of their music gets better. Is it hard?
It's inspiring, man. Seriously, I don't know if you 5 years sober. I mean, that's just big for me.
It's kind of a big deal. You know that, right?
Yeah. Especially
I
in the
don't- I
scene,
don't-
surrounded
yeah.
by it every night. I go to the place that used to be where I got my poison.
Exactly.
Everybody's story is going to be different. Mine is a quick explanation of it is when I use, I lose. I was an alcoholic, and then after a while, I got turned on to some drugs, and you always trade one
You see it in
addiction
the
for
scene
another.
all the time. You see it in the scene all
Dude,
the time.
it's a whole thing.
It's a thing.
I
So the
think-
rock bottom, right? Here's what it is. Everybody has to have something happen in their life
Right.
that causes a person to want to be clean more than they want to use whatever it is that they're going to use. And sometimes it's a daily battle. As long as you're 51%, I want to stay clean, and 49 I want to use. Today, you just need to be successful for that one day. Mine was real easy. Real easy. You have to lose everything. I lost everything. My rock bottom to me was being away from my family for a long period of time, not having shit to show for anything, and waking up and chasing that next rush of whatever it would be, until a point where it has robbed you enough to where you build up a resentment against it. When I walk into the bar or to the venue and see all this stuff going on around me, to this day I still hate it. I hate it for what it did to me, for what I allowed it to do to me. You know, if I ever
Come out
feel,
in your music?
none of these songs that I have written that we have played have I wrote sober. Have I wrote clean and sober. All the music that we play I wrote when I was in active addiction.
Okay, so let's talk about that because we have a lot of songs stacked. When you go through those, do you think that's going to be some people might not feel as creative or artistic or whatever when they're using certain substances. Do you think when you guys get through your Rolodex of music, it'll be hard to write music sober?
No, it's that lifestyle.
God, I
and
hope
those,
not. I
those
fucking
that
hope
lifestyle
not.
and those memories. They're always there. I mean, it's especially when you're a musician, and an addict at the same time of whatever it is. I believe as addicts, we feel on a deeper level. We feel things stronger than your average person, and I believe that's why we abuse the substances more than others. So everything that for me, everything that has happened in my life has been tied with some type of music. Here's an example. When you're in a bar somewhere, when you're in a club, when you're in your car, wherever you're at, when you hear a song on the radio and it's a song that you like and a song that you know, usually you have a memory stored with it of where you was when you heard it. If it was a breakup, if it was a love song, if something tragic happened that day, that's what everything is tied to me as a musician.
Well, shout out to Dusty Hayes because me and him actually, I interviewed him. It just never got aired. So shout out to Dusty because we need to do a redo at some point. That's me and him are literally having this conversation about music, being healing. And I was like, we all have those, I think, songs, right? Where you'll hear a song and you can almost be taken back to an exact moment. At least for me, okay, right? I can hear certain songs and remember exactly what the fuck I like. Core memories, right? Based on music. I think that's why a lot of when you get sober, right, they don't give you access to music, right? Because music can have good memories. Dude, I'm explaining all this to Dusty, and he's like, bitch, that's PTSD.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I was
would
like, I
to
remember
add-
this one time I heard this song, and I was like, I can remember sitting on the bed doing this, and he's like,
I would
Yeah,
like
no,
to
but
add that even if like certain songs or certain music has a representation of a bad time in your life, there are times in the future or progressively in your life that feeling of that song can change to where you see it a different way and you're like, damn, I got through that shit. Damn, I did that.
That's true.
and I am not going to cry, and I bring this up sometimes, and we're not going to cry, we're not going to get too deep in it, because I'm one of those people that are like, music is powerful and healing. Okay, but also a bunch of us rock stars don't want to talk about our feelings. You know what I mean?
Talking about your feelings is cool,
Really,
man.
and I'm low key, and I'm gonna say this, and if you want to get mad at me and cancel me, whatever. I am really, really sick of going to benefits for people that I love very dearly, right? Like, bitch, call me, okay? Like,
reach out. There's
literally
people
my
that will
cell phone
listen.
number is floating around on
There are
the
people
internet.
that will listen whether
Like,
you're going through it or you just need someone to fucking talk to or tell
please
your
reach out
positive
to
shit
somebody,
to.
please.
There's always someone that'll listen.
Hashtag no feeling is final, so don't make permanent decisions based on temporary fucking feelings.
Hey, motherfucking
I'm
man.
gonna put that on a t-shirt. Right?
Facts.
I love it. I love it. He's trying not to cheese. I think it's very cool that you are very into being sober, and that is a whole thing. And I actually very actually
Great
do.
fucking job, dude.
Dude, I
Honestly,
actually
props
fucking
to
love
you.
that.
Props
I
to
really do. I think it's very cool. Smile. Stop being so serious.
Okay,
I'm
well-
trying to get him to loosen up. It's okay.
We play Austin tomorrow. We play on 6th Street in Austin tomorrow. I think that's like a dream for a band just to get their
That's
first show
huge.
on 6th Street in Austin.
Y'all better take so much lives. Can it, let me live vicariously through you guys, please. Sometimes I can't have to be at home. Okay, I got to be at home sometimes. Y'all start
was
doing
living-
live so I can watch.
I was living through
please.
them through their tour. They were in California and all this other stuff, and I'm at home and I'm like, hell yeah, man, get it.
Yeah.
We will do the same. We got a lot of that when we take the road trip, when we start tomorrow. I
Are
mean,
y'all
it's
cool
shorter,
with fans coming up to you guys? Like when you guys
Absolutely,
do shows?
dude. After we play like on tour, we had quite a bit of people coming.
So don't
up
be
and
scared to talk to them, right? They're normal
Absolutely.
people. I think sometimes
them
fans
merch,
get very,
whatever.
and I can say this because I was a fan for a whole year before I started some businesses, and it's very intimidating sometimes, right?
Yeah.
When you follow someone on social media and you finally go to a show and you get to see them.
Yeah, I just had that crazy.
You guys are
experience the
like
other
rock
day.
star. I don't think you guys like you're local, but to people that live local, you guys are like fucking rock stars.
Tell us about your experience, Gorda.
Yeah,
Ooh.
tell us.
Which one?
The one you were just talking about.
Shit, I just went blank, Mike.
Have we had any creepy experiences? Have we had any
Uh,
creepers? Have we had any bad experiences?
Oh yeah, tour. So
He
there was,
said, "Oh yeah."
there was a couple spots that we stayed at that weren't too nice. Kind of in the hood parts of the city.
Yeah.
That's probably like the most sketchiest shit. Other than that, LA, very fucking aggressive place. Even just going out your like hotel and just walking to the sidewalk,
Is
so
it,
much like anxiety and overwhelm.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
just a
that
different
crazy?
culture. It's not Texas.
I have never left the South.
I feel like
so
I would definitely have that same reaction.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
scary.
I'd be like, Cheyenne, help me go to the bathroom. He's like, let's go.
I would go nowhere alone. I'd be like clinging to somebody, whoever's with me, that I know I'm stuck on you.
Yeah, that's a roll of film for
Dude,
sure.
I'd be like, okay, so any advice that you guys would give to, say there's somebody watching this on social media and maybe they're a guitarist or just maybe a drummer and they want to join a band or be in the scene, what advice would you guys give to the newcomers?
Go to shows. Go to local shows. Don't start a band and expect to blow the fuck up if you're not gonna go out to local shows and put in the work. It doesn't mean like go and play a show locally. Like go support other bands that
Go
are
out
because
on
at the
your
end of the
nights off
day,
and stuff
that's
and
a part
support
of
them.
one big ass scene, and the real ones see that. You know, so support. That would be my only advice I could say is go to shows. That's how you're gonna be your next guitar player, your bass player.
I agree with that. I think you should go see what other people are doing. Oray's real big about dragging me out to see other people. I've been doing this 55 years. I'm kind of like I don't need to go see anybody, but actually you learn a lot. And
Are you learning stuff from younger, I think kids, but the younger generation? Are you learning anything?
Oh
from-
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I might steal their moves. I might steal their look. The other night I wore a red shoe and a white shoe because Eric from Eclipse did that. So, and they're from Sweden. He's younger, isn't he?
See, dude, I love it.
Hell, everybody's younger than me. So yeah, I mean, you steal from the
I love
best. You go see people and go, I want to do that. We have a local guy that we like to go watch play guitar. Some nights he just tears it up, and I'm sure Oray steals stuff from him just like I do. You know, so that's how you learn. That's how you progress.
I love it. I'm so excited. This has been so much fun.